I'm 18 and I've spent over 100 hours finding a way to make the painful work in online business enjoyable and easy to do. And it has changed my life because now I can do the fun things in life like watch movies, play sports without worrying that I've not really put in my work. And I feel like I can go so much far in online business now that I'm actually enjoying the work the whole entire time. And so, if you follow the 3 steps to make productivity fun again, which I'm about to teach you in this video, I guarantee that you'll be able to copy what I've done. Pay attention to what I'm about to teach you in this video because it's going to save you a heck ton of time from going down the wrong path. My name is Mohammad Eyaad and I am going to change your life. I remember when I first started working for my online business, it was a sort of an SMA and I was constantly comparing myself to other people. You see, I saw so many people, so many creators in the online space that were at the same age as mine. They were 18, 17 or younger. They had the same demographics and yet they had so much more success and I didn't. I was sitting right there on my desk as I saw these creators and I felt like an absolute piece of shit. I felt so jealous of them. When I saw these teenagers, right, I saw them and they talked about how they were grinding and how they were hustling. It felt like they had these traits from birth. It honestly felt like they had logged in right after they were born. I did not understand that. I didn't comprehend what was happening. Because I saw these creators, they said that you just had to work for 12 plus hours without actually telling you, okay, how do you actually work for 12 plus hours? Like, why can I not do it while you can? What is the difference between us? And I just did not understand that. And one time, I was on a call with one of these successful YouTubers, right? And we were just chilling out and we were talking about stuff. And then I asked the question, man, how did you become successful? Like, how did you make your sales and everything? And you know what he said to me? He told me that he'd grinded and hustled because he was always that type of a person. And when I heard this answer, right, in that exact moment, I saw a flash of my horrible future that I'd really set up in front of me. I saw myself lying on bed all day because I couldn't get myself to take action. I saw myself hiding my own pain of doing things, of taking action, of working hard. I saw myself hiding all of the pain behind Netflix and Instagram shorts and YouTube. I was hiding my pain, I was hiding my emotions behind all of these things. And it felt like I could never escape this. I just felt like I wasn't made for this. I felt horrible and it sickened me. It changed everything. I became kind of depressed. I stopped talking to people. I stopped socializing. I stopped really trying. And this is going to be you. Because if you do not make productivity or your work fun again, if you don't actually try to change things in your life, then it's gonna be a very horrible future for you. You're gonna suffer a lot. And the bad suffering, not the good suffering. You're gonna have thoughts of killing yourself. Your family is going to think that something is wrong with you. You can't do that. You can't do that to yourself, man. People pay to have, to get therapy, and people pay to change certain things in their life, but they don't actually ever try to take action, because even though they know their future, they're not trying to change anything. But that's okay, because I discovered a way, right? I discovered a way to make my goals fun again, and to make myself actually want to do the work, and life is so much more fun now. It looks so much more beautiful, and I promise you that you can do this as well. And so, step number one is you need to understand this mindset that time is actually not real, but energy and actions are. You've always been told that time is money, and that you should always save time because time is precious. You need to always constantly manage your time, or just keep going and try to save time wherever you get the opportunity. People keep saying that time is precious, and people keep saying that you should manage time, yet so many of us don't actually manage it. Why do you think that is? The truth is, time is not something you can see or hear, right? Because when you can't see or hear something, then it's not actually a real thing. It's not really something that you can manifest, right? If for example, if I told you that this Kindle was real, then you'd believe it because you can see this. I can feel this. I can hear it when it makes sounds. But you can't do any of that with time. The truth is, time isn't real. But what is real is that energy and actions. Because basically everything in life is really just a bunch of actions, a bunch of steps, and depending on how fast you do it, it's basically the amount of energy that you have. So let me give you an example. For example, brushing your teeth. It doesn't actually take you 2 minutes to brush your teeth. What it takes is for you to pick up your brush, apply some toothpaste, put some water, and start brushing. It's a couple of steps, it's a couple of actions. It's not taking you 2 minutes, it's taking your actions. And depending on the amount of energy you have, for example, if you have a bunch of energy, you're gonna do it faster, right? You're gonna do it better. That's it. That's literally it. Time isn't real, and therefore everything is really just a bunch of actions. So if you have a bunch of energy, you're just gonna end up doing these actions faster. That means you're gonna get the work done faster. It's not that you're trying to get a 4-hour long assignment done in a 1 hour, done in a single hour, but you're actually trying to write, type like 7 pages of a talk that would take you a bunch of thinking faster by making it more easy and efficient. If you get what I mean, right? It's basically that everything is a bunch of actions, everything is a bunch of steps, and everything is just energy. You don't need to manage your time, you need to manage your energy levels. And I feel bad for you, like I generally do, because I used to think that I could never succeed. I will never succeed if I don't manage my time, right? If I don't manage my time, I won't be able to manage anything else. And that's why I used to procrastinate even further. But that's not true, because once I started thinking in terms of energy and actions, stuff changed. I started doing things more efficiently, faster, and more consistently. And everyone will tell you that you shouldn't waste time, but that's not very useful advice, is it? Because it hasn't really worked for you so far. The same advice that you were given has not really worked for you. There is an information disparity, an information gap. Use this information that I'm telling you right now. Ignore what people tell you and listen to me, because when you have energy, right, and when you find out how to have more energy and you complete stuff in an orderly manner, that works much better than trying to manage your time. In this way, you're actually gonna be more productive than you think. Now, step number 2 is to go on an audit. Well, you should start by journaling about the two major things in your life that is stopping you from going all in, right? Because generally in life, there are really just one to two things that are actually stopping you from putting your whole entire being in, putting your whole potential, bringing out your whole potential. There are really just one to two things in life. And so, what you need to do is you need to start journaling about these things, right? You start by writing a question. Okay, what is the one single most thing that is causing me to not progress in my life? And just journal it out or something. And then once you're done with that, pick out a day, like literally just do this because it works. Pick out a day and audit everything that you consume from the start of the day till you sleep. From the time you wake up till you sleep. And so when I'm telling you about audit, I mean like auditing your environment, auditing what you consume, auditing who you're speaking to. Where is my, well, I guess time, but you could say, instead you could say, where is my energy going? Where is my attention going? Or obviously you can't just skip the concept of time because you needed to read stuff, right? Because like it's a general term in life. So in this way you could use it. Yeah, I know this sounds kind of self-contradicting, but it's not. Where did my energy and actions go from 10 to 11, right? 10 p.m. to 11 p.m. Or where did my actions and energy and attention go from 3 to 4 p.m. Just audit all of these things and you're gonna find out a lot about how to improve and how to start making changes. And really, I want you to use this analogy that in order to use a GPS, you must first turn on your location. Funny enough, that was a story that an old man once told me on a call. But yeah, in order to really just put on a destination and use GPS for it, you need to turn on your own location. You need to find where you're located on the map. That's the first thing that you need to know. And you have to just do that right now. And your current destination is productivity. So in order to go to productivity, in order to reach your destination of productivity, you need to find out your location first. And how do you do that? Well, you do that by journaling and finding out your main things right now, where you are right now, and also by auditing your environment. And you're really just not going to reach your destination without knowing where you are currently. You're not going to be able to build a successful business if you don't have the discipline to just learn more about yourself. And then we come to step number 3, which is set up your future self for success. And I know this sounds like we're going away from the topic, but trust me, all of this is going to make you so much more productive because it really just helped me, and it made me productive as well. And you have to start just setting up your future self for success. Instead of thinking that I'll do the work at this time, and I'll do this X bad habit just for today because it feels good, I feel like doing it, and it's not gonna matter anyways. Start making decisions that will help your future self, right? Will help your future self be more successful. Because once you do that, you're basically kind of making yourself productive for tomorrow or the day after. And so, to give you some examples, have fun checklists to track things, right? To track your habits and stuff. Like for me, I've been tracking my sugar levels, and I've been tracking what time I wake up every day, and I've also been tracking how long I work every day. I have these fun little trackers, fun little softwares in my computer installed, And just start working on your mental health, start praying to God, and really just have a habit tracker and gamify each one of your business tasks. So let me give you an example. When I say gamify, what I personally do is whenever I do Instagram outreach for my business, for my service, I track everything in an Excel sheet, and I also time myself to seeing how fast I can do a certain amount of DMs in you know in how fast I can do a certain amount of DMs. And it makes fun. It really just builds a lot of fun, and it starts feeling like a video game, because when you start timing yourself how fast you get stuff done and how efficient and how much better you are in an Excel sheet, you start seeing that it starts looking like stats in video games. It is stats in video games. And that's kind of just, if you make these decisions, if you make this habit tracker, an Excel sheet where you can track your business task and all of this, you can just start feeling like work is fun again, like productivity is finally gonna start being fun again. And by the way, I help entrepreneurs do this, right? And I have a mentorship program which really just makes grinding work easy and fun, where I give them all of these Excel sheets and I help them schedule their weeks and help them with their habit trackers. And I help them exactly, I show them exactly 0 to 100 how to become this hardworking individual that can done more while having fun and while making everything easy. If you're interested, that's the link in the description. But yeah, whatever. So meditate, right? Meditation helps a lot, because when you start meditating in life, you start having clarity, and you also make better decisions, as well as you start building your focus. And you need focus, right? Because when you have focus in life, you know exactly what to do. You can't be distracted. And when you can't be distracted, there's only one outcome that's gonna result, and that's productivity. And also work on your social skills, because when you interact with other human beings, you learn more about how humans work, and you start looking at yourself. It becomes easier for you to look at yourself from a third perspective and understand, okay, am I actually working hard? Am I actually being productive? Am I wasting time by saying that I'm working 12 plus hours when I could get all of my stuff done in 4 hours? It's as simple as that, right? Just work on your social skills, meditate, work on your mental health, pray to God, and make work fun. Make checklists, habit trackers, just make everything, gamify everything. And more advice for you that no one is gonna tell you is that once you get started, it's actually a bit difficult to make the right changes, right? Because you don't exactly know what the right changes to make are. And so what I personally did is that in order to fix this certain problem, I created an ideal version of myself. I created someone who I thought could do everything right. I thought to myself, okay, who would be a person who would actually succeed, who has the things I want, and why does he have the things I want? Well, when I thought to myself that, right, I came up with another version of myself, an ideal version of myself. He looked better than me. He spoke to more girls. He worked harder. Went to the gym first thing in the morning. He worked 6 to 7 hours a day. He completed his assignments and tasks. He was consistent in business. I created this ideal version of myself. And if you make this, right, then you'll have a sort of opponent who you can always just compete against. And trust me, when you have competition, it's scientifically proven that when a person has competition, you start to push yourself more, and therefore you start being productive more. It'll push you to make your work fun and productive, so that you can beat this opponent that you're creating inside of yourself. And if you're interested, I've made a template for you where you can do exactly that. I've put in all the work. You just have to create the ideal version of yourself. I've put in the questions. It's linked in the description. I hope I link it. I just don't want to forget. But yeah. And can you guess what's gonna happen? When you apply all of this stuff that I'm telling you, and apply that, right? Just don't sit around not taking action. Just take action on this. Just pause the video, or don't pause the video, just complete the whole video and get to it. Just start doing the things that I told you. What's gonna happen is that you're gonna start working more. You're gonna start enjoying work more than usual, and productivity is gonna be so fun that you will start working so much more harder. Now coming to step number 4, which is persistency over consistency. And I want you to know that there is this trap where everyone tells you that consistency is the one thing that you need in order to succeed. And while I don't disagree completely on that, I don't agree as well. Because what I believe is that once a person gets started, although it's easy to be consistent in this beginning, you will eventually start having your, urges, and you start going back to your bad habits. You'll be consistent for a while, but then you start slacking off. It's gonna happen. Trust me, it's gonna happen, because it happened to me so many times. But this is just your previous identity following the law of nature, which is that everything in nature that lives tries to survive when it's about to die. And your previous identity, this version of you who is weak, who does not feel like he should work, who hides his pain behind Netflix and Instagram videos and self-masturbating YouTube self-improvement and business content. This version of you who hides himself behind all of this, he wants to survive. He doesn't want to die. And when something who lives doesn't want to die, it's gonna fight as hell. It's gonna try to come back. It's gonna do anything possible to come back. And that's why it's a battle, because it's always gonna be a constant battle between your weak version of yourself and your strong version of yourself, the version that you're finally becoming. You're always gonna be in this battle. And so it's gonna be difficult to become consistent. But what I want you to know is that you should be persistent. While you do slack off, after a day of slacking off, you need to start getting back ASAP. Just get back to these things as soon as possible. It's gonna be tiring, it's gonna be hard as hell, but it's okay. Because if you get back, then you're still in the race. It's like the game theory. If you're still in the race, you're winning. The day you stop is the day you lose. The day you start is the day you win. And what I personally do is whenever I fall off, whenever I slack off, and I do slack off, I start making small changes. Like I journal for 10 minutes, I meditate for 30 seconds, and then I pat myself on the reward. I give myself a little reward, like, oh yeah, good job, you're actually doing stuff, you're back in the race. And it brings me back. I start working again after a day or two of slacking off. And that's what I'm really just trying to say, is that it's more important to just get back to work ASAP, right? Just get back to work right after you slacked off for 1 to 2 days than it is to just keep going till you burn off, while your brain is burned off, while your just mind is burned off. It's better to be persistent over being consistent. And what I want you to know is that you will become obsessed, right? Once you've got this set up, once you've started putting in the work, once you started following my steps, my advice, you're gonna start making productivity fun again, and work will become fun for you. And you will do this, right? You will make videos, you will do the work for your business, and you're gonna start seeing this improvement inside of yourself. And once you start seeing this improvement, once you start seeing productivity can actually be fun, you're you're gonna start playing the game so much more often. You'll be like addicted to this video game of real life, and it's gonna consume you. You're it's gonna consume your entire life. You're gonna start thinking that, okay, how can I make the rest of the things in my life more productive, right? How can I make this better? How can I make this better? And once you start doing that, you're gonna feel so much more better. Like, you'll have a reason to wake up every day and get right to work every single day as soon as possible. And you'll want to work as hard as possible because you just love it, because you just love putting in the work. And I'll be here for you, right? I'll always be here. I'll always be teaching you how to do this. I'll always be telling you how to become this amazing version of yourself, how to be productive, how to make work fun again and easy again. Because it has become my mission to teach you this, to teach other people, young men who were like me, and to show them this amazing reality that they can create, that they don't have to hide behind their pain, that they can actually make work fun again. And you're watching this video, right? And you can feel it. Like, I know you can feel it because you feel that I'm different. Because I'm actually telling you what no one is telling you. I'm actually telling you the shit that is going to work. And no one is telling you this. Everyone just gives you random advice. This is stuff that I went through. I'm telling you shit that actually works because it worked for me. And I've made a mentorship program. I've made a program where I teach entrepreneurs how to unlock monk-like focus and complete their must-do tasks in just like 4 hours a day while having fun and without being confused or relying on motivation the whole entire time. So the link for that is in the description. And if you like my stuff, then put in a like and just leave a comment about how you're gonna make this change, or how you found this video helpful or something. It helps the algorithm, honestly. And yeah, it helps. Like, comments and likes help. Really like to see them. So yeah, that's about it for this video. See you soon.